My hair is impossible today. Hashtag chopped. So you would never guess where I am and what my incentive was for filming this video. But look where I am! Oh shit, it's the Forbidden Resort. I know, right? Look at this. It's the Forbidden Resort. This is the exact location where I did my album photo shoot for the Forbidden Resort Chronicles. And technically, this isn't the Forbidden Resort. That's an allusion to something else. But this is where we did the photo shoot, because it kind of looks like a Forbidden Resort, come to think about it, right? Like, look at it. It's abandoned. It's an abandoned house. Anyway. And I thought I would talk about my whereabouts and this place, because it's thrilling. Wait, let me set up my phone. But give me some time, I'll figure it out. Okay, hi. So right now I'm sitting on the exact spot where I was sitting in the Forbidden Resort Chronicles album cover. And to prove, a friend of mine pointed out that in the cover I'm sitting next to a piss spot, which is like, because it looks like piss, look. So there's like some yellow shit here and some yellow shit like here, and that's the piss spot. So the piss spot is still here. That's going 2 years down the line, because we did the photo shoot in July 2024, so it's been a year and a half officially. Happy New Year, by the way. Ain't that crazy? Yeah, so the Forbidden Resort. Well, for starters, for those who don't know, which you ought to know because I'm annoying about it, I live in Thessaloniki, Greece. That's where I'm from. And that's where I live, that's where I study. I'm a university student, right? But I actually lived in Livadia, which is in central Greece, for a few years. And during that few-year tenure, we did the photo shoot in this exact location. And I do not really yearn for Livadia. I don't like it very much. Frankly, I don't like it at all. And that is precisely why, for the first time in a year, I decided to visit. Because, I don't know, man, it's 2026. I need to pay this land an homage. I don't know, I'm forgetting words. Let's light a cigarette, shall we? I don't know, I feel very peculiarly about this land. I feel very peculiarly about this land. I think it's a really nice place, right? So it's kind of like a smaller community compared to Thessaloniki, of course, which in turn is a small community compared to Athens, but that's a topic for another time. It's a very, I don't know, it feels like a village, but it is a town, and it has various qualities of a town. It's really... And growing up, I didn't like it because I moved here by force. We moved here because of work reasons. My parents had to make a living somehow, but we moved here like that. It was very abrupt, it was very sudden, and I was having none of it. And I think that's what contributes to my wrath against this land. And also had plenty of bad experiences here, like really bad life experiences, which make me not want to revisit this place at all. I came here like last year in February, which was my first time coming here since I moved to Thessaloniki. I moved back to Thessaloniki. And it was miserable, I would say. So I didn't visit for the rest of 2025, and now is the goddamn time. Because you know what? Let me light this fucker. It's windy here. Holy shit. So, let's also have a sip of coffee. I got this from the coffee shop that's across the street. It must be a new shop, because back when I lived here it wasn't there, but it's called Pastore or Pastore. I don't know. but the coffee is good. I had some coffee of theirs the other day. It's pretty good. I am something of an espresso connoisseur. I just love trying out new blends of espresso and thinking about them. This is gonna be one long ass video, isn't it? Well, yeah, so this place is not very good for me. It's very good for other people, and I can appreciate that. I can respect that. I respect this land. I think it's objectively great. It's really beautiful. There's lots of nice places for walks, which another thing I'm a connoisseur of is places, because I love walking. But Jesus, it's very cold today, so I don't know if it's like it's probably not, like, you know, when your breath comes out foggy, I don't know, when you exhale. I think it's just a cigarette. You know, I also love cigarettes. I'm also a connoisseur of that. I like trying out different brands, but I think that I did that mostly at the start of my smoking journey. Since then, I've settled on Lucky Strike Reds or the Camel Cigarillos, which are like cheaper. These are the menthol ones, but I dig the yellow ones too. They're good, and they're really cheap, so that's the main advantage. They also, smoking crack might be healthier than this actually, because I don't know what the fuck they put in these, but they are potent. Anyway, but Lucky Strikes are like my fancy cigarette for when I'm feeling like fancy, because they're slightly more expensive, but still a budget cigarette, you know? I'm broke. I make all of my money, I make my living through music, so you know what that means. I'm fucking broke. Anyway, back to me, but yeah, look at my hair. Holy sexy. Damn, girl. Damn, girl, do you have hair? Because I see it flying in the wind. Anyway, so, nice place. Yeah, lovely. Not for me. Too many bad memories attached, and I hold a certain kind of resentment towards it due to the fact that I moved here very abruptly and was basically separated from my family and friends and everything that I had going on for myself in my hometown. But we did the photo shoot for the Forbidden Resort Chronicles here in this exact place, and matter of fact, today it's January 12th, 2026, which ain't that crazy. 2026? Jesus, man, I turned 20 this year? Fuck. Terminally old. You'll see, that's a reference, you'll see. But, we did the photo shoot here in July 2024. The album was recorded in this town, and since it's January 12th today, and the album was released on January 13th of last year, that means that it's effectively the 1 year anniversary since the release. You know what I'm saying? My fucking hair, man. So it's kind of like, I don't know, it's been a year. 2025 has been loaded. It's been quite the year, but I'm realizing I don't have much to say about this. It's been a year, yeah. The Forbidden Resort is a project very dear to me, so I'm kind of like living it up, you know, just by going on a walk. And I just so happened to stumble upon this place, which is really cool, because I haven't been here in a hot minute, and I don't know, I think it's a beautiful place. I mean, wait. Plain abandoned. That's great. Anyway, back to Livad. Yeah, what the fuck? I keep losing my train of thought. I visited because, first of all, busking here is great. Let me tell you, street performing in Livad, yeah, great. big bucks because the people here, there's no street performers, so it's a novel thing. So they give me all their money. It's brilliant. But this is not the point of my trip here. I actually impulse traveled here because I don't know, man. It's 2026. I need a change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very happy with the way my life is going, but I also, something needs to change. You know what I'm saying? And this was the perfect place. Okay, here's the dealio. I love saying the word dealio. So as you might be able to tell from my overall vibes, I'm trying to hide the scenes so that you can actually see me. So as you might be able to tell from my overall vibes, I am a person who has continually tried to find Jesus and has failed. But these days I'm getting serious about it. Like, not to get into religious discourse, but I think that a trip might bring me closer to fulfilling my goals. If you don't smoke your cigarettes down to the filter, you're an animal. Cigarettes, look, these are expensive. Smoking is an expensive habit, so you better make the most of it. If you give up on your cigarettes halfway through, you're beyond help. You gotta put it out real well, because the other day my neighbor's balcony caught on fire from a cigarette butt. Fun fact, his fucking balcony caught on fire, so since then I've been very cautious with cigarettes, you know? I myself am a serial burner. I have burned many of my clothes with cigarette butts accidentally. And yeah, I don't want my house to be next in line, so you know, you gotta put it out real well. Look at this, fucking disgusting. I'm putting it here. Another thing you gotta do as a smoker is not litter. You gotta take your cigarette butts and put them in the trash where they belong, because on the floor a stray dog might eat it, and you wouldn't want that, would you? We love dogs in this house. I'm more of a cat person, but I love dogs. I love all the animals. Animals are great. They're like people, except they don't talk, you know? And each animal has a different function. For example, cats will eat your leftover meat. Dogs will eat your leftover meat. And rabbits will eat your leftover salad. No dressing. Just the lettuce. Just the lettuce. But anyway, my trip. So I came here to, well, busking pays well, obviously, I knew that. But this is not a business venture. This is an attempt, not at finding God either, because, like, not at finding Jesus, because, like, here's the dealio, a trip can't fix you. A trip can be spiritually significant, but it cannot fix you unless you put the effort in yourself. And I don't necessarily need to be fixed, I would say, but I feel that there is always something to benefit from in traveling. I'm gonna sneeze so fucking hard. Jesus, okay. There's always something to be found in travel. Bless me. Oh God, okay. So, you know, traveling is peculiar. I enjoy peculiar things. I like myself a little adventure. The other day I went to the mountains and somehow didn't get mauled to death by a bear, so that was great. I've also been studying a lot because exam season is right around the corner, and while you can travel to get away from Jesus fucking Christ, man, can I stop fucking sneezing? The bad thing with sneezing is that once you do it once, you can't stop. Preventing that first sneeze is easy, but preventing the consequent sneezes is no easy game. It's very difficult. So I foresee a lot of sneezing in my future, you know. Also, it's very cold, so I think that's why my nose is kind of runny, because it gets that way when it's cold. But anyhow, back to my trip. So, did I travel to evade my responsibilities? Yeah, maybe. you know what? I'm an adult. I'm 19 years old. I'm an adult, and if there's one responsibility I have, that is to fulfill my responsibilities, which are arbitrarily assigned by myself. For example, I'm in university because I chose to be in university, so I have to fulfill that responsibility of being a Quartus university student, doing well on in my exams, anyways. But that is a choice. I willingly chose this. Well, I guess you can't unwillingly choose anything. You know, a choice is a choice, but I chose this for myself, so I have to follow through. And I'm gonna sneeze again. Only I won't. Because you can't prevent the first sneeze. You can't prevent the consequence. Good. So I'm going to fucking sneeze, man. There you go, I'm fucked now. I fucking told you, you can't prevent the consequence. And my nose is running. Well, shit, this video is kind of a drag, isn't it? Because I started fucking sneezing. But did I travel to evade my responsibilities? Yes. But I also traveled to... I'm gonna blow my fucking nose. Do I have, like... This is gonna be disgusting. I'm so sorry you have to witness this. Blowing your nose when you have a quadrillion nose piercings is quite the feat. Okay, I think that's good. I'm gonna shove this in my pocket. I'm sorry, I know this is gross. I'm so sorry. But you know what? Blowing your nose is something everybody does. There's nothing to be ashamed of, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm evading responsibilities at the moment because I have an exam next week. I don't give a fuck. I was studying for it this morning and I will study for it when I go home in the evening, but I don't give a fuck. Also, I traveled to find Jesus. It's not really working, but you know what, we're doing our best. Everybody's doing their best out here, you know. Life is hard. And I also traveled because I fucking wanted to. I don't know, again, this was an impulse trip. I just thought about it for a split second and I was like, fuck all, we're going on a trip. And the trip was destined to last a week. But then I decided that fuck all, I have more responsibilities to evade. Thus, I'm not going to leave. You know, I extended my trip by a couple days, and now I'm still here, and that's good. It's interesting. I'm gonna sneeze. That was really ungracious of me. That was a really ungracious sneeze. Not fit for a princess, right? I'm sorry, guys. But I'm gonna sneeze again. There you fucking have it. It never ends, you know. Anyway, The Forbidden Resort Chronicles came out 1 year ago tomorrow. So it's been 300 and... Here's another thing. A year seems long, right? Like, oh, a year, like that's such a long time. But it's only 365 days, or 366 if you're lucky. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Like, it feels so long, but each day goes by so fast. Like, I swear to God, I woke up like 5 minutes ago. Only I didn't. I woke up like hours ago. But the hours have gone by so fast that I couldn't tell. And before I know it, I'm gonna be in bed asleep, ready to do it all over again. And it's gonna be another day of the 365 days. And then it'll be fucking 2025. You get what I'm saying? Like, time goes by so fast. It's kind of unfair. I fuck with mortality heavy. Oh boy, I'm gonna die. I love that. No, I'm not like suicidal or anything, but it's oddly comforting, you know, just knowing that one day this will all be over. Live it up. While you're still alive, you gotta make the most of it. You gotta have fun. You gotta do things that serve you while also being, of course, um, responsible in your actions that may influence others. For example, I try to be a good role model for especially my little brother. I want him to succeed, you know? I try to succeed so that he can have a role model, somebody to look up to, as young siblings often do their older siblings. I'm gonna blow my nose again. This is such a struggle. Getting all that mucus out of my nose. I accidentally took 2 tissues. Let me just take them out. This is fucking disgusting. I'm so sorry you have to witness this. Or well, you don't have to. You can click off. You're welcome to click off at any moment. But if you're still watching this, you know what you signed up for. Anyway, so yeah, I try to be a positive role model for my little brother and my friends, hopefully. My friends are my age for the most part. So, you know, I try to influence people positively through my actions and my sayings and everything of that sort. But for the most part, I'm just a guy, man. I'm just living, you know? Just living it up in the earth. I want to travel more. I think I have some ideas. A great idea, or possibly a really bad one, is I want to tour, but as you might be able to figure out, I'm not really famous, so I can't afford to tour in real venues, right? Because I can barely book a venue in Thessaloniki. So what I'm thinking is I can do like a busking tour. Just go all over Greece, baby. Why not? I also really want to go to Bulgaria, but that's a topic for another time. I've only been abroad once, and that was when I was 11 and I went to the United Kingdom. That was really lovely. It was like part of a school trip. It was amazing. I need to go to the United Kingdom again, and also I would sometime like to move to the United Kingdom because unfortunately I'm an English major, which means that there is no getting a job here in Greece. There's no getting a job. I'm fucked from the get-go. I was fucked from the get-go because you see, I'm not competent in anything. The only thing that I know how to do is speak English. And the only thing that interests me, apart from music, I love music. The only thing that interests me is linguistics. So that's what I wanted to do. Study English and linguistics, you know? So I chose to become an English major, which I guess, tying back to the previous topic, is an unwilling choice. Because, like, yeah, I did it willingly, but I also had no other option. So I had to choose this. So whether it was willingly or not doesn't really make a difference, you know what I'm saying? Man. But anyway, the majesty. Look at this place. Look at this. This is just lovely. Oh my god. Oh my days. Bloody hell. You know what I'm saying? Whew. The majesty. Nature. Almost urban nature. I don't know. It's weird. But I fuck with it heavy. So anyway, I'm an English major. I had no other choice, and so I was fundamentally fucked. Because, like, this was my only choice. I had no choice but to study it. And now, I am supposed to get a job for it. Only there's no job market for it, in Greece at least. But I would like to become a linguist when I grow up. And if this whole music shtick doesn't work out for me, which obviously it's not working, and I don't expect it to work, I'm just doing it for shits and giggles and kind of like a university job, you know, just to make a buck while I'm a student. But that's the way my life is, and possibly the ways of life at large. Because think about it, life gives you ultimatums. I mean, you either do this or you don't. You either do this and live, or you don't and die. The ultimate choice is not up to you, but it is very important that you keep on living. So do what is mandated of you, because one day you're gonna die anyway. So would you rather hasten that process and die now, or would you rather just get a little jiggy with it and then die? Like, do you get where I'm coming from? Anyway, look at my ladder. It's a strawberry, and I also have a strawberry tattoo here. So I'm very locked in on this whole strawberry thing. If you catch my drift, you'll see. And also my shirt is red, like a strawberry. So but yeah, I guess that's it for Benny Resort Chronicles. My psychiatric album, it's been a year since it was released. It's been 2 years since it was produced. It's been a long ass time. A year is only 365 days. Man, live it up. Life is short. That's why I went on this trip, because life is too short, and I felt like it, and I have responsibilities to evade. So, you know what? Let's get jiggy with it. Anyway, I fear that's all for me for today. I had fun talking to you, clearly, because this video is 26.5 minutes long. So yeah, that's all. Okay, bye.